We introduced apprenticeships in February this year. We introduced a 3-year level 4 apprenticeship. At the end of that 3 years, each apprentice will get a foundation degree. We designed the apprenticeship programme with Newcastle College and in training. We were very clear, we didn't set any minimum qualifications. We only wanted 2 things, an interest in IT and the right attitude to learn and study. One of the things, we're a growing organisation, and we were very keen that we had the right skills in the people to allow us to build and develop our business. Apprenticeships are a great way of developing those skills. All apprentices we've had in so far, every one of them are enthusiastic, they're very willing to learn, and they've brought a vibrance to our organisation. There's a number of training providers out there, and we were developing the scheme. We wanted to select the best training provider we could. After talking to many training providers, we thought Newcastle College were the best ones. They're one of the biggest and best colleges, not just in the northeast of England, but in the whole of the UK. We've worked with Newcastle College over a number of years. We have a very good relationship with them. They developed a bespoke course for us to meet the needs of Accenture. Well, we got to see the apprentices before they actually started. They went through a telephone interview first of all. Then we had an assessment centre, and that's not as difficult as it might sound. We just got 10 people together and just talked through with them over a day to see what they were like. So we knew what they were like before they joined us. When they joined, I've got to say they're all very enthusiastic and all willing to learn. One of the things we were very, very keen on was making sure that we developed one of the best apprenticeship schemes of its kind in the Northeast. I said before, it's a level 4 IT apprenticeships. There are very, very few level 4 IT apprenticeships in the Northeast. So our apprenticeship programme took a little while to set up, but that was mainly because we were aiming to have it to be one of the best of its kind. We are absolutely delighted with the scheme so far. We started our first 20 in February. They went through the first 4 weeks of classroom training. They're now out working on client accounts. The next 20 are starting in July this year.
See, we run a recruitment and matching service for apprentices whereby we have employers coming to us with vacancies on an ongoing basis. And we've got learners coming to us who want to be apprentices on an ongoing basis as well. Now, what I've noticed when we initially speak to some employers, you do get a little bit of reticence, you do get a little bit of apprehension. They tend to think in the first instance, well, am I going to have to support this person? Am I going to have to hold this person's hand? Am I going to have to sit by this person's side from the start and all the way through? And what we like to make perfectly clear to them is, well, yes, this is an apprenticeship. This isn't someone who's just going to walk in straight away off the street and hit the ground running. You're supporting them through the early stages, you're getting them up to speed, and then in time they're going to become a fully functioning member of your team and your business. So I think for the employers who understand that, then it's an excellent opportunity for them to not only upskill existing staff, but also to recruit new staff from the local labour market and upskill them and get them ready for their organisation. Well, from an employer point of view, when they give us an opportunity for a young person, we cherish that. We'll make that available to everybody by advertising it on the National Apprenticeship Service website, our own websites, to our existing candidate pool. So straight away the employer is getting effectively free advertising of their vacancy across the board. They then, obviously once the vacancy is filled, well, we'll take it back a notch. So the employer gives us a vacancy, and then we take that vacancy, we advertise it, we then arrange all the interviews for them, we coordinate any initial assessments that need to be done. So it's, say for example, an employer wants us to put them through a particular set of assessment quizzes or tests. We'll assemble the learners, we'll get them through those assessments, we'll collate the responses, the results, get them to the employer. So before the employer's even made their selection for interview, we've actually assessed them, on the employer's behalf. Basically, we do what we need to do to get this employer to take one of our kids on. That's basically the long and short of it. Once they're in, we, obviously, again, you've got the assessor going out to see them every 3 to 4 weeks, but you've also, again, got the learner engagement consultant side and the employer engagement side, and their job is keeping a very close eye on that employer, making sure that all aspects of the training is delivered as they expect it to be, and also to intervene if there's any issues with the learner themselves.